We join the super legit crew before the show as Jet does last checks. Any questions before we actually get started with the real deal?
Actually, Jet, I patched us into the feed for the Independent Spirit Awards, so that's what everybody's watching now instead of that. So both of those people are seeing us instead of that show.
Right. Both of those people. Yeah, we've been nominated for highest budget production.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Super Legit Podcast. I'm your host, Jet Kaufman, and I am super excited because we're trying out some new technology tonight. It won't matter to you unless it goes really poorly, but it matters to us.
I can't wait for the new listeners to see it.
Yes, this is going to be fun. They're gonna enjoy watching this podcast. The thing is, we could do that at some point.
No.
We have an ad for it.
If we become a visual podcast, think of all the bits.
I need to put on a full face of makeup.
It's very important that people not know what my paper towel roll looks like. That's some things I like to keep secret.
It's a work of art.
Yeah, it would destroy the mystery for
It's
sure.
fancy. I don't even have a roll. I don't even have one of those fancy things I can put it in. It's just
oh my gosh,
holder?
You're just going minimalist.
Oh wow, look at the big
It's
words.
not even that. It's just a stack of McDonald's napkins on his counter.
Rolled, taped together and rolled.
If you can't see Jen's, if you're not on video, you can't see Jen. It actually looks like a Stanley Kubrick doing Zillow photos. So it's really high end. So you're missing out.
I went full. I paid the most you could for a paper towel holder rack. Yeah,
good. That's where you want to invest, right there, more than anything else.
It's where my savings is. It's all there.
Yeah. It's a prestige paper towel holder, is what that is for you.
Yes.
Let me quickly introduce my fellow cast members. First off, we've got my co-host, Michael Heiman. Hello, Michael Heiman.
Hello.
I introduced you first this time. That was what I decided to do just for you.
I know, that's so unexpected.
Oh, all right. Maybe I won't do it next
It's
time.
so rare that anyone does me any sort of kindness that this is, I feel very
Yes. Don't expect much more of it. Sean Michael Boozer.
Second, status quo.
Josh Spence.
Ooh.
That's me. I'm Josh Spence. First among equals.
Jen Burton.
Hello. That's it.
Chris Compton.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you.
One more time.
All right, back to one. Let's do
Steven
that.
C. James.
Let's do one, yeah.
This is the sound of my...
What are you all doing here? Oh, what is it, my birthday? Oh.
And Michael Heiman, why don't you tell us who our guests are this week?
Oh, well, we have returning champion Will Reyes
Greetings.
Yeah, boy.
and brand new guest to the program, Stephen Good.
Hey.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
What's
Welcome,
up, sir?
Stephen.
Well, second
Welcome.
Stephen.
Oh, no, second.
No, first in our hearts. First
Just
in our
call you
hearts.
Steve.
Can't
Call
believe
you
Stephen the
Steve
Greater.
for the night. Yeah. Well, welcome everyone again back to the show, and let's get started with a question. Let's see where this takes us.
Oh, we've got it. Tonight's question comes from our very own Stephen C. James. Yes. And the question is, what's an experience that bonded you with someone?
Okay,
Good
so
question.
can I go first?
No.
Mother, may I?
Now, can I go first?
Wow. Asper's privilege. All right.
Yes. All right, so...
I'll allow it.
Okay, so I'm very excited to tell this story because one of the people in the story is here. It's my best friend, Steve Good.
Oh,
So glad to have you here
that's
tonight,
me.
sir. Because I was thinking about, like, he and I have had many adventures, some fun, some ridiculous.
How long have we known each other for? How long? Let's say that. Like 35 years?
Almost 40
Almost
years.
30.
Wow.
Almost 40
Almost
years.
35 years.
Yeah.
40 years.
Yeah. So he and I go
Wow.
way back. But I think one of my favorite stories is when I was in college, I tried out for Jeopardy. And I lived in Dallas. And in order to try out for Jeopardy, I had to drive up to Kansas City, Missouri, which is like
What?
a good 7-8
Yes.
hour drive. It was the closest place. And so they were holding the tryouts up there. We had to take the test. And so it was going to be a road trip situation. So I got Steve to go with me. And it was such a great time. He is such an amazing road trip companion. And I distinctly remember there was this one moment when I had to pee so bad. so bad. And it was just like there was no place to turn off because we're in the middle of nowhere. And my palms started sweating. There was so much liquid in my body that wanted to leave that I could barely hold on to the steering wheel because I was sweating so bad. And it was just like this great connection. I did the test. I wound up getting on College Jeopardy way back in 1999. But then also we went on a rock music pilgrimage in that at the time I was listening to a lot of Urge Overkill. And they had an EP called Stull that was about this place called Stull, Kansas. And Stull, Kansas was about 3 hours away. And so we decided to take this side trip through Stull because apparently Stull is like a portal to hell or something like that. There's some like cursed church there. And we decided to go, and we're driving all over this town, which isn't really a town. It's just like a series of buildings and the occasional like weird thing jutting up. And we get pulled over because we're two strangers. One of us is black.
It's me.
And so we get pulled over, and the guy is like, the cop is just really weird and kind of like, well, what are you guys looking for? And he's like, well, I've never heard of that. Like that whole thing where it's like, well, we haven't had a Stull around here in 45 years. Like that.
And we're going to a graveyard too. That's the thing, because we're looking for this particular grave that's on the cover of this album, and the graveyard is also fenced off with like a high chain link fence, so nothing suspicious about it at all.
Yeah, we just look strange. And after not being able to find
why is the barbed wire pointing inward?
Because every Halloween at midnight. So yeah, we turn around, we're thinking, okay, we can't find it, and then we see it. And so thanks to Steve, I have a picture that I then, because it wasn't digital, promptly lost of me in front of the Stull Cemetery. And I mean, that's why this guy is the godfather to my son, which means that if I die, he has to
I get your son.
Put out hits on
son.
everybody like in The Godfather, who's responsible for my death. Yeah.
I don't think that's how it works.
Pretty sure that's how it works.
Super. Okay, next up. Welcome to Hotel California. Can I who's up next?
I am. Hi. A party of one. I booked a room for one.
Okay, yeah, you are on the 13th floor in the 13th room.
Okay, that's the most evil room you have, correct?
That is the most evil room that we currently carry in Hotel California. Yeah,
Wonderful.
And just remember, feel free, whatever you need, just you can't leave at any time. So just make yourself as comfortable as possible.
I really don't ever want to leave, so I will be up there, and I wish not to be disturbed for as long as possible. Preferably just forever.
Yeah, sure. And do you still want the padded walls, or do you prefer screaming with the straitjacket?
Can I get both, or does that cost extra? Like, can I scream the whole time and also be in a padded room?
That's a very that makes you a connoisseur of crazy. So you know what? Normally it is an add-on, but we will. It's on me. The straitjacket is on me.
That's. You know what? You're going to get 5 stars. If there is internet up there.
Aw, thank you.
In that room, I'm never leaving. What's your name?
Sanchez.
Oh, great.
Hey, did the most beautiful woman in the world just check in? Sir?
Yeah.
Okay, Can I have the room like right across from her, or like if I don't know how this hotel is designed, but if like there's a window where my window could face her window, I would love that.
You know what? I like your moxie.
Thank you.
For you, I will.
I'm her ex-boyfriend, and
okay.
I love her so much.
I see what you're doing.
And by ex-boyfriend, I mean we never like dated or went out or like spoke. But the thing is, there was an undeniable connection, and
how could there not?
I'm drawn to her. I just need to be close to her. And so if you could help me out, that would be awesome.
Hi, Sanchez. I don't mean to complain, and I was planning on literally never coming down from my room ever again. But there is a guy across the window from me who just keeps shouting, I love you, through the window. And it's really putting like a dampening effect on like the pure evil that I was hoping to experience the whole time that I'm in the hotel. Just wondering if there's, I mean, it's really nice, but like I am self-flagellating. That's why I came here.
Okay.
Is to just,
So you can't appreciate nice things. No, I get this.
I can't, and I don't want to. I just want it to be really terrible the whole time I'm here, and it's just like having somebody shout that I'm the most.
So, your security officer explained to me that she's complained about me. So, what I'm hearing is she knows who I am, right? So, I'm making progress. Let's call us a win. Sanchez, hit me up high. Ow! Didn't think you'd hit me in the face.
Sorry.
I was looking.
I was so excited. I'm a sucker for love, and I like to see what you do. You know what? As I mentioned earlier, I like your moxie, and she really doesn't want somebody across from her. You know what? I'm going to put you in our also evilest room on the 13th floor, in the 13th room.
Will I be near her then? Will I be?
Well, that's up to you. But I'm putting you in the 13th floor in the 13th room.
I already feel like I can smell her scent. I'm happy with this.
Hi, Sanchez. I don't know if this is a mistake, but the man is now in my room. He's just in it. I don't know if you are aware that you put me in the 13th floor in the 13th room, but he's just in there and he keeps trying to hug me. And like, it's just like a lot of love and attention and like good feelings that I really cannot tolerate.
Hello, Sanchez. I don't know if you handle room service, but if you do, I would like for this room to be smaller. So is that something that you guys could handle for me? So, because like she every time I try and hug her, she like goes. If it was closed off a little bit more, I think I'd have a better chance of being able to envelop her in my love. My
so here's what you do. I got you.
Yes.
I want this to work. I love this. There's a door to the right.
I love her. I love her so much.
If you open that door,
sometimes
it's a smaller room within the room.
Are you talking about the closet?
Could be a closet. It could be whatever you want it to be. It's your imagination.
Oh, you know what it is?
Hi, Sanchez. I don't know if this was on purpose, but this morning I woke up and I was inside a closet with the man. And he was just very close to me and he was holding me gently and telling me how beautiful and how much he loved me. And, I mean, I literally had to squirm away. And it's so, I can feel
that could be awkward.
I can feel myself turning. And I was really just hoping to become like an evil, punished person the whole time I'm here. And I can feel my heart.
Love and validation.
Yeah, and I just...
Is it beginning to grow?
Yeah, it's growing. We made love this morning, and
Sanchez, I'm breaking her down, dude. I'm breaking her down.
Doing it. That's how we do it.
Consistency and just trying and trying.
Sanchez, I want you to introduce you to my baby. This is baby Sanchez. We named him after you because you're the one who brought us together.
Yeah, and, brought us together.
Is his first name Baby?
His first name is Baby, and his last name is Sanchez. And I don't know what your last name is, but I hope it's Sanchez. What is it?
It's Ches. First name San, last name Ches.
His middle name is going to be Ches.
We've been
Sanchez
calling you by your full name this whole time?
Yeah, it's very official. I run a tight ship in the Hotel California. I like to be addressed appropriately. Sanchez.
At any rate, we would like to leave. We're ready to go.
We'd like to check
leave
out
the hotel.
of Hotel California.
Which I know is not part of the initial agreement, but given the circumstances that we've been through, I mean, I've been here now for 9 months, was forced to have a child with this man who is now my live-in lover.
Some of us have love thrusted upon us, and some of us find it naturally. I don't think it's one to judge. Love is love.
A win's a win.
Sanchez, get into my office.
Ah, jeez.
Okay, friend. We got a real problem on our hands.
Tell me more.
I saw you talking to those two lovebirds out there, and it seems that you're just a couple of moments away from freeing them into the world.
By golly, do you know this is the Hotel California? We have strict rules here. You can never leave.
Yes, indeed, Sanchez. So you get in there and tell them that they're going to be here, and their baby is going to be here, too. Another couple of things. The machine that dispenses goat blood is broken, so that needs to get taken care of. Also, Sanchez, on a separate note, I really feel like the thing that you did with them sort of fosters rape culture, but we'll get into that later. All right, back to work, friend.
That was hot.
So Wolfman Jack runs the hotel?
That's interesting.
Legit. Let me a second to get out from under the bus.
When I was
Captain, please bring me my wine.
Back when I was still living at home with my parents, like after college, and there was a time where like I'd like go out with friends and then they'd like come over and sleep over, and I would then like go to work the next day and they would still be there. And I remember like my mom would always tell them, "Oh, it's checkout time at Hotel California."
Oh, geez.
Except, and then it's. And then my friend Luke, he said, like, every time he's like, "I thought you could never leave Hotel California."
But you could check out.
That's true.
She was right.
Yeah.
You could check out.
Yeah.
You just couldn't leave.
Yeah.
Which that's really hell.
That lobby must have
right?
been a
Like
nightmare.
that, if you want hell isn't you're stuck in
Yeah.
the hotel.
Yeah.
Hell is you're stuck waiting for a super shuttle.
And the thing is, they're happy to take all the resort fees that they can charge you. You still have to stick around.
I will
Yeah.
say, like, the bonding moment I had was in a similar hotel. It was on a high school drama competition. And it was in Aiken, South Carolina, which is imagine like a smaller David Lynch town, like Lone Peak. But so it's like high school trip, right? You go, you're in a hotel. It is all the joy of being in a hotel and realizing how little fun there is to have there. But we're there, and at like 2:00 in the morning, somebody just starts pounding on the door, and we're like three absolutely silent, nerdy 14-year-olds who are doing nothing, and this guy just starts yelling and like, open the door, and we freak out. We run to the bathroom, close the curtain in case he breaks in, and it's like, nobody's here. Finally, we sneak, tiptoe back out, and are like, "What do you want?" And he says, "This is a good way if you want somebody to open the door." He says, "I have a gun." Bathroom curtain. Finally, come out a second time. Like, "What do you want?" He says, "I'm with the police," and we slam the door open. We're like, "God damn it! Why didn't you say that in the first place?" He's like, "We got a noise complaint. I need to see some ID," and we're all 14. It's like what? My mom? I can get my mom out here. Like, that's my form of ID. And finally, he looks around and not only does he not find booze, he does not find anything capable of producing loud music. There's maybe one Magic the Gathering card. And finally he leaves at 4:00 in the morning. And it was and the next morning we are trying to convince people that this happened. And it sounds like the lamest, nerdy, I'm trying to impress people story on earth, even now. But that we were bonded both by a real redneck attempt at community policing, and by the fact that we knew we all went through this thing that no one believed.
Oh, that's great. Mind if I jump in, sir? Is that okay?
Yeah,
Mr. Kaufman?
Go for it.
The floor recognizes Josh Spence.
I think Will and I will actually tag team this story because it's also a hotel story and it's a bonding moment for both of us, right?
Yep.
So actually, what year was it, Will? I'm gonna throw it off to you. You tell this story. What year was it?
I'm imagining probably mid 2000s.
Yeah, right.
Now I might not remember the hotel part, but I know that I'm thinking about when we were heading to that college journalism tournament.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and it's like an early morning, and Josh and I had hung out on the newspaper staff together, but we hadn't really hung out outside of school, and this was one of the first times that we were going to go.
I think our first interactions were like, "Hey man, you're cool. Hey man, I think you're kind of cool too. Hey, do you like The Simpsons? Yeah, I like The Simpsons. Do you like The Simpsons? Yeah, I like The Simpsons. Hey, do you want to be roommates at the journalism convention? Okay, your turn.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure." And so, Josh is like, "Hey, we'll take my car." So he picks me up, and it's probably early morning, and before stopping, he's like, hey, there's a Jack in the Box right around the corner on the way. And like we both look at each other, and it was like this unspoken, like, not why do birds suddenly appear, but like, like two fat guys that are just like, let's eat some junk food. And so we get in the drive-thru, and I remember Josh ordered whatever he ordered, and I ordered a bunch of stuff too. And then I was trying to be polite and like a good passenger, and I was like, hey Josh, is it cool if I eat in the car? And he was like, what? And he was like, look, and like he just showed me his dashboard, and he was like, this is like a roving table. And like we just put the food out, and it was like ultimate bacon cheeseburgers and curly
We had
fries
ultimate
everywhere.
bacon cheeseburgers at like 7:30 in the morning.
Oh my gosh.
Definitely knew that we would be really good friends from that point forward.
Here's I'm gonna here's going on with that story. It was a journalism convention, and we weren't there for the journalism. There was one in downtown LA, and I was like, hey, I heard this place called the Pantry, really good.
Oh yeah.
Right. So it's like, oh, we just mapped out food spots. Okay, we're gonna go to the Pantry. We both love Denny's. Okay, what do we get? Like we did a twofer at Denny's. Like we got the Moons Over my hammy, and then like the Lumberjack Slam.
Yep.
Each.
God, and then. Yeah,
two each.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's a bang bang.
A lot of food.
Yeah.
Isn't
a
it?
bang bang.
That's
Yes, a bang bang. Not a twofer.
Bang
Not a
bang.
twofer. It's a bang bang.
Bang.
And I remember the dirtiest look I got from the waiter that day because we did the same thing. Yes, I'll have a Moons Over my hammy with a Lumberjack Slam, and the guy was like, "Oh wow, okay, college guys." And they're like, "What do you have to drink?" And I was like, "Can I get a Coke Zero?"
It's called balance.
Yeah, and then we went to the Pantry, and we had the biggest chicken fried steak you will ever. It was the size of like the oval platter.
Yeah.
like at 3 a.m. too. Yeah.
Yeah. So here's the great part, and I guess I'll end it with the bonding experience here. Will and I have just been crushing junk food all day, just like whatever arteries were left, just trying to fill it up with grease. And we had a friend of ours. She was a copy editor. Her name is Jamie, and she was like tougher than both of us. She's like, I heard you punks are gonna go to the Pantry, and we're like, yeah, we're gonna go. And she was like, I'm coming too. And she really talked like with that voice. And we're like, okay, sure. And she was like, what do you get? And we're like, well, we have the chicken fried steak, and the mashed potatoes is great. She was like, oh, that's Arkansas food. I'm gonna eat you guys under the table. We're like, okay, we'll see. We're pretty hungry, right? And Jamie, she's like, Jamie Nori, she was like, what, 5'4", 5'3"?
Tiny.
Very, yeah. So we go there and we get the plates, and it was like chicken fried steak, mashed potatoes, salad, and like toast for some reason, right? So we're going to town, right? And then as you do, you slow up, you're breathing a little heavier, you're getting the meat sweats, if you're a real connoisseur like Will and I. And I think we were just about done. There was like a quarter of it left, and I was like, I tapped out, and Will was like one bite ahead of me because he won, and then he was like, oh, I'm done too. And then here's Jamie. She not only finished her plate, she finished my plate, finished Will's plate, ate the toast, and we're like, damn, Jamie. And she was like, I thought you pussies came to eat. This is how we do it in Arkansas. We never saw her again.
Classic journalist.
So you're saying she died of a heart attack?
Yeah, we miss Jamie very much.
Yeah.
Very close to my heart.
Yeah.
I thought she was the love of my life.
This was the sequel to All the President's Men.
Right.
No, after that, she then went and broke every single Bill Clinton scandal about his time in Arkansas. But just sweating gravy the whole time.
Yes.
I feel like my bonding story is the opposite. I was really good friends with my buddy Jim. And Jim and I were roommates. We were drinking buddies. We worked together for like 5 years. Best of friends. And we're still really good friends now, even 20 years later. We took the I-17 north up to, I believe it was Crown King, which is a little hillbilly area off of the 17 in Arizona. And we hung out there. We did some drinking, messing around, shooting some guns, redneck shit. And we're out in the middle of nowhere. The next day we go to leave, and we heard there was a great route back. So instead of taking the I-17 back down to Phoenix, we're going to take this back road that brings us by, what is it? Soro Cactus Lake? I can't remember what the name of the lake is, but it's this back road. And we heard it was awesome. It was really scenic and beautiful. And we're like looking forward to it. And he had this 4x4, this truck, this black Blazer that we used to call Black Death, because it was just it was the best. It was, when you think of Black Death and you think of a 4x4 vehicle from Arizona, you got the picture. And so, we start off and we're having breakfast. We had a couple breakfast burritos and a couple beers, and then we're going to head down, right? And when I say this was the most painful 2.5 hours down the hill, it's because I had to hold on to the strap of my seatbelt to keep me in my place. The road was so ridiculously torn up and untravelable that like a couple of times he actually just hung the truck up on rocks, like on the frame of the truck, the wheels weren't touching, and just slid down. So we had no control over steering. And a couple of times I actually got out of the car and I'm like, hey, dude, there's no sense in both of us dying, so I'm just going to walk down and beat you. and Jim knew I was joking, but I wasn't. Dude, by the time we got down, it was, this is when I still watch football. It was Sunday, and we met his brother and a bunch of other people at the bar, and he and I just sat at the bar staring straight ahead because, dude, we both thought we were going to die. It was such that, like, it was one way. And he's like, dude, if we meet a car coming up, one of us is just going to have to throw it over the side because there's no way to back up. There's no way to get around. And it was the most horrible situation ever. And up to that point, we'd always had great years of great times, nothing but fun. And then we went on this thing where we both thought we were going to die. And he realized that if both of us were going to die, I would prefer it to be him if, there was a choice, because that's who I am.
Super.
So it turns out that the most beautiful place in Arizona is not Cactus Lake.
What the fuck?
Dad!
Shut your mouth!
What I am saying is that we are all getting back in the car, and we are going to drive in reverse down this mountain, and then we will pretend none of this ever happened.
But Dad, Mom wanted to spread her ashes here. It was in her
that's
will.
right.
Shut your mouth!
And Mom's ashes will remain here. All right? And maybe ours will too. So the point is, let's get in the car right now. I don't want to alarm you. I just want you to all have 4 limbs when we get home. So if you can get in.
But I gotta take a leak. I gotta piss before we go.
You know he has a medical problem, Dad.
Yeah, I've not said this to you before, but our seats are very absorbent. We did not get leather for a reason. I just think we all need to get back in the car, hit reverse, go maybe 70, 80 miles an hour, backwards down a mountain to get somewhere safer than we are right now.
I had a short playlet.
May I say one thing?
Okay.
Shut your mouth. I did not come to Cactus Lake to not spread ashes. I did not come to back out. To go in reverse like some cowardly lion. I came here to fling Mama around.
Open the jar and open the windows as we go. It will take, physics will take care of itself at that point. Just out she goes.
Oh, wait, you shut your mouth. You don't talk science on Sunday, boy. This is the Lord's day.
I mean, that window situation might solve my problem too, now that I think about it.
See?
Well, I will shut my mouth. I have been outvoted.
Look, I love your mom just as much as everybody else, all right?
What? Shut your mouth. You just called my mama a whore?
You're taking a long time.
We'll take a mulligan on that. No. You know what? No money changed hands.
Legit.
Hey, co-host.
Yeah. That's me.
You do a wonderful job lining up those sponsors for us every episode. I'd love to hear what you've got for us on this one.
This is no different. We've got a sponsor.
Oh, great. I'm glad it's not a different situation than usual.
No. Status quo, as usual.
Okay, we get it. He has better ads than me. Jeez, keep going.
All right, here it is. Wake up, sheeple. Think you're sleeping? Guess what? You're not. You're not getting enough dreams. You're not getting enough wonderful experiences in your sleep. Well, it's time for extended dreams. Wake up to the possibility of staying asleep and experiencing more time in the dream world. Travel the dreamlands and explore many weird and strange environments. Imagine a world where your loved ones are still alive and still with you, only for you to not get woken up as abruptly. Listen to celebrity sponsor Alan Alda tell you all about his experience with extended dreams. Well, I tell you there, when I was doing MASH, I would wake up screaming every night thinking I was in the Korean War, but then extended dreams came along and I just have a little night cheese and I wake up feeling like $1 million having dreamed about being a Hollywood movie star. That's right, Alan Alda got on board with extended dreams and now he's flying to sleep every night, experiencing all the great, wonderful experiences and not killing Koreans in the Korean War with a surgical knife, which is what he did. He was not an actor in that show. He killed Koreans in the war. That's what MASH was about. Buy extended dreams today.
Oh, well.
That went hard.
That took a turn at the end.
That was a great ad, both for extended dreams and the new MASH DVD set.
Yes.
I hear in the director's cut they keep in all of the murders.
Yeah, the director's cut MASH DVD set.
They turned it into a comedy, I hear.
There's a reason they call him Trapper John.
I'm just glad someone's finally telling the truth about Alan Alda.
Yeah, that's true.
Motherfuckers had a free ride long enough.
How many people will he be allowed to kill?
Do you guys remember Free to Be, You and Me? The album? It's an older album.
This is the question they ask instead of asking you to show ID before running for president.
It's way back in 2009.
I vaguely remember it's like all about how it's like, hey kid, you're okay and your parents are people too and everything's gonna be fine. Very like mid 70s hippy dippy stuff, correct?
Yes, very hippy dippy. But Alan Alda was one of the voice actors on that album. That's right, people. It was an album. Mm-hmm. So I became like, I listened to that thing so many times that every time I'm more like centered on voices than I am on faces. And so like his voice is so iconic for me. Like every time I see him, I'm like, it takes me right back to listening to his voice as a kid. I don't know why I brought this up.
Well, that news then, I think I know why, because hearing him admit to all of those murders must have been devastating for you.
Yeah.
Yes. It's changed my whole outlook on everything.
Yeah. It really undoes the message of that album, I think. Or maybe it reinforces it.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of Free to Be Me there.
Yes.
Less you, but a lot
Did
of
he really
me.
murder people?
You know what? Luckily, I can respond to this properly because luckily Rosie Greer told me it's all right to cry.
Oh, good.
If you guys knew the album, that'd be a hilarious joke. Yeah. But so everybody over 60 that's listening to this podcast right now is like,
they are laughing so hard right now.
Was he a big football player? Is that Rosie Greer?
Yes, most football players are big, and he was no exception.
Okay. Well, was he the one who did? Was he the one who had the movie where he played like the white guy who got turned black, or he had like Rosie
Tropic
Greer
Thunder?
is in some terrible blaxploitation movie where either he plays the head that gets surgically implanted
it's that
on
one.
a rich
It's
white
that
guy,
one. Yeah.
Okay.
What is the title of that? I have to see that.
It's basically the Defiant Ones.
Co-host to Google.
The thing with two heads.
And
Lincoln.
God bless the FX guy, because two heads is easy to do standing behind somebody, unless the person standing behind them is 7 feet tall and the size of an upturned Buick. That's a tough one to prosthetic your way into.
Oh, he's saying it's Birth of a Nation.
No.
Lord.
Heiman, we're not looking for your favorite movie, Heiman. We're looking for
Heiman's favorite is Song of the South.
The thing with two heads. Yeah.
I believe this was the sequel to All the President's Men.
Oh my god. This movie's real?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's a real movie.
Yeah. Yep.
I would love to see a scene based on it without me in it.
That's Spence, always trying to avoid being canceled.
Might I refer you to my Hotel California scene to start off the show?
Did we find out what the name was, by the way?
Yeah, no, it's the thing with two heads.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
Oh, okay.
You see, he's a thing.
And then
I can see how you might have confused that for a description and not an actual
It's
name
called
of a movie.
The movie where Rosie Greer's head is sewn onto a rich white guy.
Yeah, it's like some movie with snakes on a plane.
It's been called Rosie Greer's worst film,
and also Rosie Greer's best film.
It's Independent Spirit Award winning film.
Super.
Look, I know this is a special circumstance. It's not every day that we have somebody come in here that has two heads attached to one body. But sir, this is speed dating, so it's twice the admission.
Can I ask real quick here? How many days is it that you get someone with two heads coming in here?
You know what?
You did imply that it happens occasionally. And
I would like to second that. I would
Thank
like
you,
to
bro.
second his question.
This is my second time seeing a person with two heads. This is why I'm not utterly taken aback by it. As you can tell, I'm handling this relatively okay.
I feel like the wind's just been completely taken out of my sails. I mean, this is the only thing we've got here is shocking people.
I second that.
Well,
I
look,
second that.
You're doing speed dating. You need something besides the shock value. I'm sure you guys combined have a great personality.
Oh God, no.
We are a guy. We're the thing with two heads. So don't refer to us as plural unless you're referring specifically to our heads.
You guys can't go by the thing. Like, you guys have names, right? Like,
hey,
yes,
Gary,
this is Ronnie over here.
Gary, can you guys make sure that tonight the speed dating thing stays on the patio? Because you guys are like right on the edge of my station. Oh my God! It's the two-headed crypto bros. Oh my God! Yeah,
hey,
my
you know
roommate
us.
listens to your web series on YouTube all the time. Oh, these guys are the fucking worst. All right, so just keep it on the patio. All right, thanks.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you guys are crypto bros. That's a defining thing right there. I should put that as your like characteristic. You're crypto bros, not the thing with two. You guys have a name, right? You guys can't be the thing.
Ronnie, I see you percolating there. What's up?
Well, I don't also, Ronnie, I appreciate you.
The peripheral
acknowledging
on my vision, of course. Yeah.
You're both named Ronnie.
But yes. I don't want to be pigeonholed as the crypto guys. I would like to be known as, something outside of that world. I'd like us to just be something different than that thing. I want us to be some other thing.
Sure. I did.
For this
For the
dating
record, I didn't
situation.
have you down as crypto guy.
Oh, we're down. We're totally down. Ronnie, are you down?
You're crypto bro.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm down, Ronnie. I'm
I'm
so
down.
down.
We're down.
I couldn't be
double
more
down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to take you to the table. You guys will be seated at table 19, and we'll get started in a few seconds. Ronnie.
Table 19.
And Ronnie.
19.
Yeah, table 19. All right, we got it.
19 okay? Do you prefer
19's great.
table? Okay,
Yeah,
I'm just making sure. Okay. Okay, great. So just
It's a good solid number.
just sit here and we'll get started in like 5 minutes, okay guys?
All right. Yeah. And vodka on the rocks. Vodka on the rocks for me. Oh shit. Okay.
Ronnie, I got to tell you, I'm feeling a lot of anxiety about this. I mean, when we're on camera talking crypto, because that's complete nonsense, so we get to make it up. But this,
Whatever the fuck we want.
Hi, I'm
Yeah, but
April. Hi. Oh,
Oh,
my
shit.
God,
Great.
you have two heads. Wow.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Wow,
That's the reaction
that
we
is
wanted.
one extra more head than I'm used to seeing on a person.
What
Woo.
could be better?
Wow.
Yes. Two heads are better than one. So
yeah.
we are not superior to you, but we are better than you. So let's. I'm going to start with: is negging working? Do you think?
I think it seems to be off put, and I think that's going to work for us.
You know I
Okay,
can
great.
hear you, right?
What's that, Amy?
With only 2 ears?
I'm
Oh,
gonna.
sorry.
I have to go to the next table, but
next one. All
It
right.
was nice to meet you.
We're
Yeah,
Ronnie.
yeah, it
Table
was. It
19.
was
Ronnie
nice to meet us.
And Ronnie,
Yeah.
got it.
And Ronnie. Yeah, got it.
The Ronnies.
Yeah. That went
Ronnie.
well. Right? That went well.
Hi.
Ronnie, that went well.
My name.
I think that went really well.
Oh, sorry.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh, I think I might have.
Oh wow, two of you at the same.
This is
Wow, two women at once. That's
Yeah,
not
we're-
right.
I'm sorry. You guys must have, unless you two don't mind sitting together, lady.
I mean, sure. Hi, my name is May.
Hi, hello, May.
What's up, May?
Hi, I'm Tina.
Tina.
All right, cool.
I was just saying, I feel like maybe I've had too many drinks, but I'm seeing double. Am I seeing 4 heads right now?
You are seeing double, yes.
Oh,
You see
okay.
4 heads.
Wow, you've had a lot to drink, Tina.
Yes, I'm so nervous.
Tina, I'm gonna just call it out. That's a red flag. I'm gonna move on.
Yep.
Whoa,
No.
hey,
May.
give her a
I
chance.
think I'm also going to focus on May at this point.
Okay, all right, fine.
Wow.
My name's May, as I said, and it really seems like
May,
you
do
guys
have a drinking problem?
May
sold
find her
Tina.
own way home.
What? No, Tina. She's my ride, you assholes.
Oh, I didn't. I thought. I'm sorry.
Hey, move over. Hey, two-headed man. Hey, what's up? It's me and my buddy Will. We go by Will Joe or Joe Will, if you will.
And we are Ronnie.
Yep.
Oh, you guys are Ronnie together. That's cool.
We're
You guys
Ronnie.
have the same. Me and Will, we
Makes it
combined
simpler.
our name together, like a relationship, like Benifer,
right.
or
I'm Joe. He's Will.
Benifer. You guys like to eat. We like to eat.
Oh my God, yeah. That's like,
of
you know,
course, yes,
besides
of course.
crypto, that's the other thing we're super into. I shouldn't have brought up the crypto, Ronnie. We said we weren't going to talk about the crypto.
It's okay. These are bros, so we're good.
Yeah, no, we're bros.
Oh, yeah.
Well, how?
Totally bros. Totally the
All right.
Well, how much of a bro are we?
Super bros.
Super bros. That's how bro we are. We're super bro.
Ding.
Bro, you brought some more bros to bro down on this bro.
Bro, you got to meet my bro, Will. He's been a bro from way back. Right, bro?
Bro, you brought some bro with 2 bros?
Bro.
Yeah, hey, I'm Ronnie. This is Ronnie.
Ronnie. We're bros.
Bros, yeah.
Ronnie,
yeah.
bro,
Double bros.
bro.
Bros.
If we were a president, we'd be Abraham Lincoln.
Whoa,
Yeah.
bro. Hey, you bros into crypto, bro?
Bro, are you kidding me? Yes.
Yo, bro, so
Bro.
into crypto.
Very appropriate.
That is very appropriate. That's awesome.
I'm looking for the ladies' room. Oh God, this is not right.
Legit.
I was
It's a very accurate
okay.
statement.
I wish the audience could see her face
No.
too. She's like, "Oh God."
No. The bit that I was about to cut in with was in tonight's news: a tragic fire when a woman walking by a gathering of bros, vagina became so dry it burst into flames.
We'll put that in post.
Yep.
We'll put that in post.
I know a lot about women things.
Wow.
By the way, if we were doing like the around the horn like point clicker thing, I would give double points to Will for appropriate.
Yeah.
Like that is such a second level word for bro. That's fantastic.
Thanks.
That's a $2.50 word.
More bonding tales.
Yeah, we got a lot of answers to the question.
I have a bonding tale.
All right.
yes.
Yay!
Jen for the X.
Yes.
Wait, can I tell a second one?
Yes.
No, shut up.
No, Jen. Yeah, go.
Bro.
Shut your mouth.
So this is kind of a strange story. So I went to a theater show at like an LA theater, and
Sounds super normal.
yeah, this story is already
Not suspicious at all.
fascinating. It was kind of a small theater, and it was one of those theaters where they like built the risers themselves. So it was like it was a black box theater, and then it had these like metal risers. And
I can't relate to any of this so far.
Thanks.
So dangerous.
Dangerous.
very safe.
That is exactly what I'm trying to get at. And there was an older woman who was the grandmother of one of the actors, and she fell on the stairs, and she, not to gross anybody out, but here we go. She basically tore her leg open all the way down her shin.
What?
So you could see her bone. Yeah.
What?
And people were
The fuck
totally fucking flipping out. Excuse my language.
Was this before or after intermission?
This was actually before the show. This was like
God.
she was making her
Oh,
way
wow.
to her seat. She tried to go up these stairs. She tripped, they were made out of like horrific metal shredding.
Talk about your cold open
equipment.
I, for one, hate performance art and guerrilla theater.
Physically cringing.
Yeah, it was.
It took like break a leg.
Yeah,
a little too seriously. Literally,
yes, that's true.
Tetanus built into the structure.
So there's like she falls. There's like screaming. There is like horror. People are like just staring at her, like not knowing what to do, because it was this very traumatic thing. And something happened in my head where I was like, I know what to do. And I went over to her. I don't know what happened. I became very calm. Sometimes I'm good in a crisis like this kind of stuff. And I went over and I told the manager, I was like, find a first aid kit and call 911. And I basically bound her leg up. Like people were like pushing paper towels at me, and I was like, not that, we need to wait and bring a first aid kit. And I basically like sat with her and told her she was okay and put gauze on her leg, and I just wrapped it up until the ambulance arrived. And she was it was just a really weird, I guess it was bonding between me and her, but it was also bonding the actress who was her granddaughter came out, and she was very thankful. And but the weird part about it is that I'm very blood averse normally. I do not normally go towards medical things. I felt like, this is going to sound weird, but I felt like I just sort of like was briefly possessed by somebody more skilled than me.
Yeah, man.
And I just did it. Like somebody
angel possession,
shocked into responsibility.
Literally somebody had to do something and no one was doing anything. And everyone, I'm not telling this story very well, but everyone was just very much in shock. And they weren't even calling an ambulance because it was so horrifying. It was just like everyone was staring at this, like just.
Yeah, it just shuts everybody down.
Yeah, and it just needed a leader in that moment. And I was like, I'm going to do this. I can do this. And I just did it. And
was anyone else waiting for that grandmother to be Betty Davis at the end of the story?
The great thing about a crisis in a Los Angeles black box theater is that you are the most qualified person in the room.
Me and my theater degree turned out to be the most useful.
I played a doctor in a Valtrex commercial once, so everybody step aside.
Not to toot my own horn or anything. This wasn't supposed to be a story of like me being great in that moment, because I'm really not normally. It just literally there was no other person that was doing anything.
I love the idea of a superhero whose power is to be the adult in a room.
Yeah. It was very disgusting. Like, it was horrifying.
Jen, you're fantastic.
Oh, thanks, Josh.
Oh my God. Look at this place. What are we going to do? Someone called Grown Man. Grown Man, help us. Grown Man.
Legit.
It's a homophone.
He doesn't do anything. He just shows up.
I think I saw Grown Man open for Urge Overkill back in '97.
I mean, I gotta say, when someone who's actually the adult in the room makes that sound, I do pretend I have to get my shit together.
Yeah.
So,
Like, oh, yes.
No, I'm fine. I can. No, I'm okay.
It really does have an impact. Yeah.
Super.
Okay, Dr. Fideo, I just want to thank you for coming in, helping out at this learning medical office. We're here to help you with your surgery, whatever you need. Me and our crew of, Dr. Lackeys, we're here to help you as much as we can.
Okay. Good. I'm glad to hear it.
If I can jump in here, I prefer the term
please.
Nurse. As opposed
I'm pretty
to
sure
Dr.
I've been called the Dr. Lackey. You're a nurse?
I'm a registered nurse. I've gone to a lot of school. I've got a license that I took many tests for. I am a nurse.
Okay, because when I got here,
all right. Thank you for
what you. I'm sorry, Dr. Fideo. What?
No, it's fine. I honestly,
nurse.
I'm happy to hear you talking because I do not know what I'm doing.
Nurse Grisham.
Nurse Grisham. What did you apply? Like, what do you do here? Because I mop the floors. I do supply orders. What do you do? I'm a lackey. What do you do?
I draw blood from patients. I send tests to the lab. I collect urine samples. I fill out charts to keep information up to date. I run blood pressure. I help change bedpans and change sheets when the need occurs. I respond and distribute pain medication. There's any number of things I do. I basically do everything the doctor does except for get paid well.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call it right here.
And then you also clean up the vomit and get rid of the body.
Yeah, it sounds like Nurse Grisham really is has her shit together.
Okay. Well, I mean, what
am I even doing here?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm bleeding out, and I was wondering.
No, I'll mop that in a minute. I'll mop that.
Tend to
You're
my wounds.
a nurse.
And Dr. Fideo, if you could please just start the stitching. I'm holding this woman's arm closed as much as I can.
Okay,
I
but
can't.
we're out of super glue.
Yeah. Where's the metal thingy?
They're called forceps.
Well, first of all, it's a scalpel that I think you're talking about, and that's unnecessary. As to which her arm is open.
I don't need to open it more first.
No,
I thought that was a thing where you want to clean it up. Maybe cut off the rough edges, slice those off, and
no.
Okay, all right.
It's not a garment.
You can get this. You can get this, right, Nurse?
No, just both of you shut your mouth. 1 minute. Okay. You're telling me thing that cuts things is called a scalp. It's not a forceps?
No, the forceps are the pinchy, grabby things.
I hate to interrupt y'all, but my EKG has been making a single sustained E note for the last 5 minutes, and
I'll unplug it.
Fine, if you like, I can just go walk out into the light. I think that's the waiting room over there, but I would like.
Are you a musician? No. Are you a musician, sir? Because I had no idea what note that was.
In the moment to play the harp.
Sir, I will say that's not your EKG meter. That is the thing that says that your bedpan has spilled and is touching one of the cords. So I will get that in just a moment, sir. If it was your EKG, sir, you would be dead.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
I want to just congratulate you on you really seem to know your stuff. You really seem to know.
I'm sorry to interrupt again. My arm fell off and rolled under the gurney. Should I be trying to hold it or?
No, I had to let go to try to clean up the bedpan. I apologize.
I can throw it in the trash, nurse.
No,
if you want me
don't throw it away. It's a perfectly good arm.
I'll just blow it off. I'll just blow on the end, and it'll clean it right up. You won't even know.
I hate to interrupt again, but that wire in my
5-second rule.
bedpan. Well, when I reached in, now I done got electrocuted. So I do think my
the
heart
wire's not supposed to be. The wire's not supposed to be in your bedpan. Why did you put the wire in your bedpan?
I'm not the one who makes bedpans here, ma'am.
No,
Dr. Hold on. We could save some money on defibrillators if we just put wires in all of the bedpans.
No, we could.
This is $1 million
idea. We could save
idea
some
right
money if we didn't pay the doctor so much to stand the fuck around while the nurses did all the work. If you could just step out of the way, ma'am, here, just push that.
Shut your mouth for 1 second.
Oh my God,
Dr. Fideo.
Yes,
you look like someone who likes double cheeseburgers. You like double cheeseburgers?
Oh my God, are you a mind reader or a face? How did you do that? That was amazing.
I know a place called the Black Death that has the double bacon country fried steak triple bacon burger.
Oh my God.
You and I get a Black Death out right now?
As a cardiologist, I could not love that more.
Why are we having the cardiologist attach this woman's arm? Here, just ma'am, I put
fair question.
I put some staples in. I hope this don't get it wet. Okay, this is I've
my
done some
God, that was
stitching.
genius. That was genius. That's a great money-saving
It's pointing in the wrong direction.
Well, I'm sorry, okay? I'm not a doctor. Sorry,
But who is?
Here, let me just turn this. Sorry. I stepped in his bedpan.
Oh God! Oh, I'm electrocuted.
Oh, you're not electrocuted. It's a mild. I bumped into your.
Hey, excuse me. I'm lost. I'm looking for the vending machines. Could someone who's.
Oh, that's my job. I can show you where that is.
Oh, thank God, a lackey. Oh, God.
And now, fellow senators, I put to you, this is what medicine would become if we didn't have it commercialized, if we made it socialized. We'd have this on our hands 24/7.
Amen.
Here.
Is there a point? that you're trying to make there, Senator?
Yes, capitalism is the best way to run any system, whether it be healthcare, whether it be religion, whether it be a hair place.
And that's what the healthcare system is like in Cactus Lake. We have to get out of here. Just get in the car.
I'm with you now,
90 miles an hour, backwards off the cliff.
Let's go. Let's go.
Legit.
Super legit.
Turn into a Capital Steps album at the end.
I could not think of hair salon, the word hair salon, the term hair salon.
Too late now, SMB. Too late now.
Yep.
Dr. Lackey. Fucking kick me off the show for Dr. Lackey. The utter look of just like shame from Michael Heiman's face when I said Dr. Lackey.
Dr. Lackey.
We're not friends anymore, and he's right for that. I'm sorry. You are all trauma bonded by Dr. Lackey.
And I think on that trauma bonding, that brings our bonding episode of the podcast to a close.
Though I will say, I'm pretty sure this podcast is the result of pandemic trauma bonding.
Right, yes.
So
let's
point that out.
Oh my goodness!
Jet, tell that story.
75 episodes of trauma bonding. So
yeah. Well, yeah, just the quick wrapping up the show reality here is that this crew absolutely came together from exactly that. We were doing a stage show in North Hollywood, California at a theater that
the NoHo Arts
is now a wine shop.
Yes, now a wine shop. But yeah, that closed during the pandemic and never opened again. And we had just started doing this. I mean, we were a few months into an amazing show called Allegedly. For those who know improv, it was an Armando-based show that was just immediate magic. Josh Spence here put together an incredible group of people. Right. Initially, the idea was just throw together some of the best people he knew in different combinations each week. But then he quickly realized there were a few people that he loved, especially who he wanted to have be a regular member of the cast, and then have a few people rotating in here and there. And that regular cast basically evolved into this. When everything shut down, we brought over everyone who was available to do a podcast.
That show is so good. That show is so good. And the people that are mostly here now were so good. I didn't even want to be in the show. I just wanted to watch you guys play because you guys are so goddamn talented.
Josh sat in the audience every night and just laughed his ass off. And as did the rest of the audience. But yeah, that's when we desperately needed anything to do. We finally got this show going, brought that crew together, eventually brought in additional members. We added Sean Michael Boozer here and Jen Burton to that cast.
Sean Michael Boozer is the cousin Oliver of this podcast. We need that burst of energy.
Well, you guys can't see him, but he is a baby.
He's an adorable Muppet.
My name is
and
synonymous.
Jen Burton,
Baby Sanchez.
She's the Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yes.
No, but it is like
it
is like great. Like if you go back to those early episodes, you can hear like classic pandemic era improv where like a scene starts and somebody says, "Great to see you," and then we just weep for 2 hours.
Yeah,
that was a two-parter in the season 1 finale.
Those are tough listens.
We got the weeping sessions down to 15 minutes by now. I'm really impressed with our growth
and post-show.
Yes,
it's got its own intro segment and everything.
Yeah, and the editing helps.
What's up, Ali? We miss you.
Yes. So yeah, with the bonding of this team and the wonderful guests we had come on board, I think it's time to bring it to a close. Michael Heiman, why don't you see us out?
Thank you as always to Matt Walker for our intro and outro music. This episode was hosted and edited by Jet Kaufman
and Chris Sanders,
co-edited and produced by Christian Heffley, and co-hosted by Michael Heiman. That's me. Every scene you heard today was improvised on the spot, along with some of the ads with only a light touch of editing for your comfort. If you're loving what we're doing, pause real quick, write a 5-star review before you close your app, tell your friends about us, dream about us, cry about us, whatever it is that makes you think about us doing. Tonight's cast included Jen Burton, Stephen C. James, Josh Spence, Chris Compton, Sean Michael Boozer, and our very special guests, Steve Good and Will Reyes. Guys, do you want to plug anything? Talk about where people can find you?
I can be found on Twitter at had to be goo. I have nothing to plug because I'm nothing going on. But
attaboy, consistency.
And you guys can find me on Instagram at Written by Will, and I have a book out, so you can check that out on Instagram.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
What is the title of your book?
Yeah, what's the book called?
Will to Win.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Good.
Yep. Sharp title right there.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you all once again for joining me on this wonderful journey.
Hey, Jet.
Yes. Yes. What's up, Josh?
Hey, man. Can we trauma bond now?
Oh, I think we've been trauma bonding all along, Josh. But yes, we can further trauma bond now.
I don't believe anything's on all my time. I kicked the door on its hinges just so I could move on. Oh, oh,
Way to test out that automatic leveling, SMB.
Yeah. Sounds like a whisper in there.
Now stay tuned for the two-headed crypto bros.